We have the first AP preseason college football poll. It was just released within the last few minutes, and Georgia, the top dog for the second time in program history. They've been AP preseason number 1, the other coming in 2008. After Georgia, the Big Ten is on full display now. Michigan at number 2, Ohio State number 3.
So it's about that time, getting ready for the college football season and some bowl predictions by our Jerry Palm. The likely candidates, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, but also Palm believes the Cotton Bowl will have Penn State and Kansas State. The Fiesta will be USC and Boise State. How about Florida State LSU in the Orange Bowl? Ooh, this is just fun to think about.
It's time. We have got to do college football playoff picks, and we got to crown a national champion. We're going to have Ohio State win the Big Ten, and we're going to have them lock up the number 1 overall seed. Ohio State in the playoff. I got Bama winning the SEC. I've got Bama probably losing a game in the regular season, and therefore I think Alabama is going to lock up the number 2 seed on the strength of being the SEC champ. I think Oregon's going to make the playoff, and I think they're going to be the 3 seed. I think Penn State is going to find a way to lose 1 game and no more, and they may not play in the Big Ten championship game, but that 1-loss non-conference champ team that so many people will think is either Bama or Georgia, or it's Ohio State or Michigan, I think it's Penn State. I think Alabama's going to beat Ohio State for the national championship.
So each of these teams have got not just the talent, but the schedule. 3 of the 4 have got quarterback issues in the sense that they don't know who it's going to be. Michigan has the only one that's returning their starting quarterback from last year. They also returned their starting running back. 3 guys from the 2-time Joe Moore winning award offensive line. Michigan's going to be loaded as well. So these are 4 teams, 3 of which are always among the top in recruiting. But Michigan is also a very talented team and an experienced team going into this season.
Okay, so I have Alabama, Florida State, Michigan, and Texas.
And do you keep going? Now do you have to say that you keep going?
Oh, okay, so then who wins it? Oh, I got
playing
Alabama and Michigan in the final. I got Michigan winning it all.
Okay, no way. You don't have Michigan winning it all.
Yeah, he does. It's right there.
After last year, I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, you win. Okay.
I got Alabama taking on Georgia.
Michigan. Oh, wow. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Are you serious?
No offense, Ohio State. I'm sorry. You made it to the playoffs. I mean, it was a good season. And then I got, you know who?
Bama.
Roll Tide. Okay. All right.
I have Ohio State. I have Michigan.
Wow.
Georgia, and I have Alabama.
You guys got the same exact bracket.
Bro, is that crazy? Here's the difference.
Look at you two.
That's bad
Here's
TV,
my
but
championship
really cool.
game. I have Alabama against Ohio State.
Okay.
And the winner, of course, is
Alabama.
I got Alabama.
Wow. Well, we all got Alabama in the championship game.
News out of college football. Michigan self-imposed a 3-game suspension for Jim Harbaugh to begin the upcoming season, stemming from an alleged recruiting violation committed during the pandemic. Harbaugh will be allowed to coach during the week, but will be barred from coaching the first 3 home games of the season. By the way, those 3 home games, East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, as we welcome in Michigan's interim head football coach, Paul Feinbaum. When you look at that gauntlet of games, your thoughts on the Michigan move on their Michigan man?
Matt, Michigan made the right decision to go ahead and push this forward. This should have already been adjudicated by now, but the NCAA, being their clueless nature that we always see from them, decided not to accept a 4-game penalty. So Michigan went ahead and said, okay, we'll keep them out of 3, and you can figure it out at the end of the year. And quite frankly, this should be enough. Frankly, nothing should have happened. These were minor allegations years ago, and quite frankly, Matt, if Jim Harbaugh had said, yeah, I did it, this would have been over with. But of course, Jim Harbaugh never does stuff like that.
No, and he's not going to listen to the NCAA at this point.
When people say I've heard people comment it's a slap on the wrist. It's more like a baseball bat to the kneecaps or to the shoulder. That's what I equate everything to football. I've never missed 3 games, unless it was for a broken arm or a dislocated shoulder.
Michigan is the cream of the crop in the Big Ten right now. You talk about the offensive line they're bringing back, tough, physical. They're the engine of that team. J.J. McCarthy, big game experience, second year as a starter, and 2 NFL running backs, Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. Add to that a top 10 defense, and I'm telling you right now, in week 1, Michigan is not only the favorite to win the Big Ten title, but also the favorite to win the national title.
Oh, a favorite to win a national title?
Right now here in week 1.
Oh, week 1.
Talk to me in October.
First show, and I got to hear
Welcome to one of the great sports settings in America, Michigan Stadium on a college football Saturday.
Mentally and physically taxing.
First game, all right, you get one shot at making a first impression.
First game, let's have a message. Here from the big house, it's East Carolina, visiting number 2 Michigan. They've been coming to football games here since 1927, almost 100 years. And once again, over 100,000 have gathered on a beautiful first Saturday in September here in Southeast Michigan. The big house is full. College football Saturdays are back, and off we go with the Big Ten on NBC and Peacock. No return for Hatfield and East Carolina. We'll have the long field right out of the gate. The play leaves us with 3rd and 9. And Garcia retreating, throws it underneath Mikey Sainristil with the interception from Michigan. The nickelback converted wide receiver, one of the leaders of this defense, comes up with the game's first turnover.
This is one that East Carolina, Mason Garcia, are going to wish they had back, Mike. Definitely. You know, looking at the play, he's got the little slot corner route here. He's got enough time to throw it. He's got somebody bearing down on him, but throws it off the back foot. It just doesn't let it go. Got a lot of room in front of him. Mikey Sainristil makes a nice play. Good hands by him.
Back to throw. McCarthy looking right now on the out route. Complete across the 40 and down to the 38-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Wolverines as once again they go back to Roman Wilson, their number 1 target, who last year had 25 catches, 376 yards for a touchdown, but they're expecting a lot more out of him. He had 270 yards versus TCU in that semifinal loss.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy just throwing an absolute strike of an out right there. Good coverage, just great throw.
This is Corum dancing to the left. Good move, Corum into the secondary. Blake Corum to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 23 for the senior out of Marshall, Virginia. 2 receivers each side, 5 in the pattern. McCarthy flush, steps up, gonna throw on the run, touchdown! Michigan touchdown, Roman Wilson. If McCarthy stayed onside, it's the first score of the year for the Wolverines. I think they're gonna review this. It's very, very close. Seeing Peacock. 7-0 Michigan. J.J. McCarthy back to the air, across the middle, complete to the 29-yard line. 19 yards for Cornelius Johnson.
He was questionable to even play today with an injury, but their top returning wide receiver making his 29th consecutive start for the Wolverines.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy with a lot of time.
Down low for the Pirates. Here they come with a blitzer. McCarthy again, time to throw though. Finds his receiver, Roman Wilson, over here on the near side across the 40 to the 42. Single setback and a play action fake on the handoff. Throw is going to be over the middle, and that ball is going to be incomplete at the 25, but a penalty flag coming as grabbing some jersey on the coverage down there. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty at the 25-yard line.
Wolverines start the quarter at the 39. McCarthy under center. Corum's got the edge. Blake Corum on the run. Corum might go. Corum to the pylon. And he is no signal yet. Looks like he's just short.
Blake Corum is so quick when he got that first step to the left side, breaks it out there. We just talked about what a good job EC was doing against the run, but they took it around the corner that time.
Yeah, Rod Dilworth got kind of lost on the outside edge right there. He had outside contain and didn't necessarily plug the inside gap hole on that edge, and it was just an easy break for number 2, Blake Corum.
That foot out before the extension. Just outside the 2, they're trying inside. Power to the goal line. Laying on bodies. Looks like he's in. The spot will...
Wow, I thought he got in.
I thought he was laying in for
there
the touchdown. Blake Corum had 18 rushing touchdowns last year, and he brings the first one of 2023 for the Wolverines.
And to get it inside the 25-yard line. Bring jet sweep motion now. Here comes Edwards, the running back, around the 25 to the 30. Picks up a first down up to the 35-yard line on first down. A gain of 11. Side, 3 receivers to the right. McCarthy looking left, though. Going to throw. Comes back over to the right side. Wide open across the 50 on the deep dig route and cutting across. Cornelius Johnson got open, had separation there, and easily picks up the first down. Michigan, J.J. McCarthy under center this time. Has been spot on here in this first half, 9 out of 10 passing. Double tight end formation, and he fakes the handoff back to throw. Looking, surveying, another deep dig route. Got the tight end at the 30, Colston Loveland, and again running the same route we just saw a few moments ago, but this time with the tight end instead. Another big chunk picking up about 25 yards before he's done.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy with play action to nobody, and then Loveland just an easy, deep in. And J.J. McCarthy, no problem finding him wide open in the middle of the field.
Picked up 24 after getting 16 to Cornelius Johnson just moments ago. So down to the ECU 25-yard line, first down and 10 now for Michigan, and a 2-touchdown lead. 2 tailbacks in the game, the 2 great ones, Corum and Edwards to either side of McCarthy out of the shotgun. Edwards goes in motion as a receiver. The throw over on the near side. Got Colston again, Colston Loveland, and he's got a first down once again down to the 10-yard line.
Back to the air again, McCarthy. Flushed, fires across his body, another touchdown! 2 for 2, scrambling to Roman Wilson. Michigan touchdown. Wow.
They put you in such a bind. And then when McCarthy extends plays, he's really good at that. We know, you can see he throws it on the run. The way he's throwing the ball from the pocket, you got to worry about the run game.
Keep the clock going, and Jesse Minter acting as the head coach today, in charge of the timeouts in this situation. McCarthy's sideline. It is ruled a catch, rolling out of bounds, and we'll see if he can go from 50 before the break.
With the pressure on.
And into the wind. Turner, low line drive, and he got it from 50.
That was good from 60.
And a very good way to end an ideal half for Michigan. 7 in the first, 16 points in the second. And their quarterback McCarthy on a heater, 16 of 18 for a $181 and 2 touchdowns.
3 down linemen, 2 edge rushers standing up. McCarthy quick throw and out of the backfield. Got the fullback 25-30, 35-40. And bounced out of bounds. A nice gainer on just a quick hitter out of the backfield. Hits Max Breedson.
Yeah. If you think you're doing a decent job covering some skill threats, then they're gonna throw you a fullback out of the outfield for a big chunk play.
And just look like a big old guard running with the ball in his hands there inside. Misdirection, back to throw, fires on the slant, complete inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Cornelius Johnson bring on the sweep motion to the left side. It's Edwards on the pitch, comes down inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Penalty flag down though as he gains 10 on the run.
Transfer from Indiana on 3rd down. McCarthy looks right, fires for Wilson for the hat trick. He got it. Michigan touchdown, 3rd of the game for Roman Wilson.
Spot on throw. You give J.J. McCarthy time and a clean pocket, and he's delivering today.
They might have another Heisman candidate in Roman Wilson by the end of this day, the way he's catching that ball. 3 touchdown grabs today from McCarthy, of course, but he has been something to see today.
Yep.
The Flynn out of the shotgun. Handoff and a reverse. Back the other way it comes. And he belted down in the backfield was Jari Patterson. He got jarred for sure as he took a shot back there.
And, he's a psycho, but a psycho in a good way. I say that because of his love for the game and his attention to detail and all. Underneath center, there's a lot of different things you can do.
Edwards to the right. Edwards sideline out of bounds. game as well. So the first down takes the Wolverines to the 33. McCarthy stays in the air, and a lot of space on the sideline for Cornelius Johnson to get on the board from 33. And he knocks it through on the final play of the game.
No shutout here, Tirico.
Nope. Syracuse remains on the books. The last shutout of the Pirates. 30-3 the final score. Jesse Minter and the Michigan Wolverines get the victory. And Jesse's opportunity to be the head coach, and a complete performance for Michigan. Defensively, the yards look a little bit different than they did, but when it mattered, when the starters were in, they were dominant. And a tremendous game from J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback. 26 of 30, only 4 incompletions, 280 yards, and 3 touchdowns to his outstanding senior wide receiver, Roman Wilson.
J.J. McCarthy got to be very pleased with his performance.
Can I get a game ball, please? Oh. This guy, 26 of 30. 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. J.J. McCarthy.
I honestly feel like a little kid playing at the Turkey Bowl. I just had so much fun out there. Just love being out there with my guys and playing the game I love.
1-0, all right? That's all we were after, was winning the next game. Now we're on to winning the next game. All right, so whoever it is coming in, all right, they're up next. Okay, I can't wait to pass it over to Coach Jay and Coach Hart and let them be the head coach next week. I think it's an awesome thing. And, man, I really, really appreciate you guys, all your support. And, man, so happy we got this one for Coach Harbaugh.
Hey, y'all boys, before we bring it up, we got one more game ball. First, coaches. First win.
One of the captains, Mikey Sainristo, giving the game ball to Michigan acting head coach Jesse Minter for his first career win.
Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh on the sideline at a football game on Saturday, just not on the Wolverines sideline. Harbaugh spent the morning working the chains at his son's youth football game as he continues to serve his 3-game suspension.
It's UNLV from the Mountain West to take on the number 2 team in the country.
Yeah. Come from nothing in the world, but
right from the jump, we attack, all day, all out.
No talk, straight Bible. Snap 180, whatever we gotta do. Play fast, play physical.
For the first half of the game, Jay Harbaugh. In the second half, Mike Hart will oversee the team.
I'll be dancing in the stars like a silhouette.
A picture-perfect day in the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Wolverine faithful out about 107,000 strong. The Big Ten on CBS. And for the first time, CBS in Ann Arbor bringing you a football game since 1986. Gary was still playing football. I wasn't at CBS quite yet. And today, it's UNLV from the Mountain West to take on the number 2 team in the country. And when you want to make a grand entrance, this is one of the classics in all of college football. Here come the Wolverines. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jenny Dell. Tommy Doman will kick off. And he blasts this one into the end zone. And they go the other way to Jaden Thomas, and he's dropped for a loss by Braden McGregor. Some noise for the first time today for their defense. Brumfield got a little pressure, rifles it incomplete. Intended for Ricky White. Blake Corum behind you. The tailback fakes it to him and then throws it to him. Corum all the way out to the 41-yard line. 3-man rush. McCarthy loads deep middle. Got it.
I think that's dangerous.
First down. Play fake. McCarthy fires. Got his man inside the 20. That's Roman Wilson. See if they can convert this one. Straight up the middle. Corum First and goal, Wolverines.
We'll go fast.
From the 3, Corum straight up the gut, touchdown. Still standing, Blake Corum.
You can almost bet on that these days, can't you?
Yep.
If you run a successful play down to the 2 or 3 yard line, these teams will go fast, not allow that defense to substitute.
Our opening drive before it stalled, and we're forced to kick. This one's going to start a little differently.
Well, I tell you, if you watched the tape of last week, you couldn't help but notice screens. They're up there looking. They're all replay officials now.
And down goes Brumfield as the edge got to him on the rush. One is a tailback, one is a wide out. It's Corum, left side, big opening, dragging people with him from the 43. McCarthy is going to throw on the run in the middle and complete, and a first down. Tyler Morris right now, 3rd down and 7. If he goes 9 for 9, they'll pick up the first down, and he does. Zips it in the middle, double coverage in there, and still tucked it in to A.J. Barner. Let's see if it's number 2.
Oh, quarterback keep.
McCarthy around the corner. J.J. inside the 5 near the 3. Blake Corum straight ahead. Touchdown, Michigan.
Not as pretty, but just as effective. Well, you know, all the movement is nice between the 20-yard lines, but when you get backed up.
On 11 plays, Michigan's got 155 yards of offense.
Got to throw that ball.
There's a negative play on that one.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that football.
Michigan's going to come with an extra rusher, and down goes Brumfield again, and it's the same guy.
Yep, one of those defensive ends.
Dalen Harrell, his 2nd sack of the series. I wouldn't have done it if it was an odd number. Oh, he got another one.
All right.
11 for 11. This time he's in trouble. Broke one tackle, but he won't get away from big Kenneth Grant, who's having himself a first half. Brumfield rolls right to throw, and he got hammered again. 5th sack of the day. Jenkins and Grant, the 2 inside guys, the big fellas.
In that case, he's got to survive the ground. And with the ball popping out, that's why they went incomplete.
Gene, one more question on that.
J.J. McCarthy in the shotgun. Looking to that left side, but comes back the other way to Edwards. First down and more.
All right, so that's a zone drop.
Just 3rd and 6. McCarthy rips it down near side, complete, first down. The field goal if it comes to that. McCarthy going to take off again. First down. J.J. dives forward.
Called quarterback draw, and they'll call timeout.
4th down, so Michigan chewing up real estate. McCarthy down the middle. Roman Wilson, touchdown, Wolverines.
Just follow your big guy. Your number 2 in the trips. Just follow behind the tight end. I think it was the tight end. And Roman Wilson, clear, come behind, deliver the football. That's all you got to do. It was not. It was actually receiver Tyler Morris, number 8 on the play. Or I think it was 8.
McCarthy, quick out, completes it, and a first down. J.J. McCarthy and Ryan Keeler have been playing ball together since they were 7 years old. The Keeler and McCarthy families were so looking forward to this game before the tragic passing of Ryan. And he got a little bit choked up talking to us yesterday about losing his buddy. And pressures, he throws and completes it on the run. Roman Wilson down the sideline. Just like that, with 47 on one hand, he rifles it to his favorite target with the other, and a 47-yard touchdown. A 47-yard touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Think about it.
All of a sudden, I look down on my phone. Text message, this. That was a 47-yard touchdown. Coach Harbaugh texted me. He goes, do you realize, like, that was a 47? They're talking about it online. Like, put this together.
My wife and I see it and cry for hours.
JJ might not know it now, but sometime he's going to see a stat sheet and see Ryan Keeler's number in his head and on his wrists and in the end zone to Roman Wilson.
I didn't find out until I was in the hallway walking to media. My heart just dropped. First thing my girl said to me, she was like, dang, Ryan really popped in and said, what's up? Once he said that, I just started breaking down again because he really did.
To the near side. And they wanted to run option, and it's not an option enough. They only got about a yard. Brumfield kept it, and Michigan will take over on downs. Chris Jenkins again. The Wolverines up 28-0. Blake Corum found an opening. Corum in the open field now. Got tripped up, or it might have been an even bigger gainer, and he knows it. Now he's going to bring his tight end back in motion. And off play action. Plenty of time. Deep middle. Throws a strike to Johnson. On the left for the Wolverines. They're going to go end around. Here comes Johnson. Johnson with a convoy. Cornelius Johnson to the 4-yard line. 27-yard end around. And they'll give him the carry, and they'll give him the end zone. Touchdown, Blake Corum, number 3 on the day. Brumfield pressured again, trying to lob it out to his tailback, and nothing doing. There's just too much pressure. Another blitz coming. Nice run, and there goes the shutout. Jordan Young-Humphrey for the touchdown.
Michigan goes on to win 35-7. It's the Wolverines' 21st straight home win against a non-conference opponent. Corum, 22 rushing touchdowns since the start of last season, most in FBS.
Coach Harbaugh is sitting at home on the couch right now watching this interview. What's your message to him?
I love you, Coach. Can't wait to have you back in a couple weeks.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
J.J. McCarthy making his head coach proud. Take a look at this season. He has the same number of incompletions as passing touchdowns.
Very efficient.
I mean,
it's grown man football.
Yeah, J.J. all day. How about have a day?
Yes.
Have a first 2 games of the season, kid.
Yeah, of course, dog. Hey, for real, dog. Hey, best of luck the rest of the year, all right?
The gratitude I have every single day, the appreciation for just life in general has gone up tremendously. It was just such a surreal moment. It's going to be one of the most memorable moments of my career.
And anyone who's a believer that saw that moment knows, like, oh, wow, that was bigger than football. It was bigger than football. Yeah. It's bigger than football.
Head coach of the first half, Jay Harbaugh. Jay, first opportunity to be the man at the helm. What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun. It's the kind of team and coaching staff that makes this kind of thing probably as easy as it can be. Everyone's smart, they're on the same page, and playing pretty good football, so it was fun, it was an honor.
You are the first black head coach at the University of Michigan. What does that mean to you? Not just a guy that has a great legacy here, but to be able to be the guy that is going to always be talked about in that form.
Yeah, you know, it just means a lot. You know, obviously, everybody knows that. You know, I knew that going into the game. I knew that before the game, and just how far we've come. You know, especially at Michigan. You know, as a black coach. You know, just getting this opportunity. Coach Harbaugh giving me the opportunity. You know, wouldn't have happened a long time ago. So it's an honor. You know, it's a privilege, and you know, I'm glad it was me. You know, it's a dream come true.
All right, so Michigan off to a 2-0 start, and up next they take on Bowling Green, and they're back home for that. And as I mentioned, it's going to be the offensive coordinator, Sharon Moore, the head coach in that one. And then Jim Harbaugh returns for their Big Ten opener against Rutgers.
A primetime game tonight as Michigan wraps up the non-conference portion of its schedule.
A lovely night here in Ann Arbor.
What a treat to be here alongside Jake Butler.
No one needs a cup of coffee for that entrance, man. I cannot wait to see these guys take the field.
First night game of the year. Y'all already know how to be. Don't stop till that clock says 0-0-0 and go finish and strain every play. Offense, defense, special team.
Here they come in prime time. Off play action, ball's out. He picks it up and he is brought down back inside Falcon territory. First and 10 from its own 23-yard line. Blake Corum, his first carry is a good one. great. Inside the 25. Second toss to Edwards. On the reverse, Donovan Edwards. Inside the 15-yard line. Corn. End zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Let the light show begin. Inside the 20-yard line, right on cue, it's Mikey Samersville.
2-1, 2 mistakes already to start this game.
Sammy Surr, 27-year-old Australian punter. Still going across midfield. First throw from McCarthy. Perfect caught, Cornelius Johnson. First down near the 30-yard line. These are vital to the Falcon defense. Here's Edwards, that opened up. To the end zone, that's intercepted. In the end zone by Jalen Husky. First pick thrown all year. Down to the ground, really pinned that ball up against his shoulder. So it's a catch. North hit and sacked again. Back to receive this Jack Sauter kick. And it's a short kick. Max Bredesen. That ball came out, and the Falcons have it. Turnover, Michigan.
As they fumble, recovered by Bowling Green. First down.
They will line up for another field goal try. Anaya. This would be from 42. Perfect. From Mexican-born Alan Anaya. So off the turnover, the Falcons turn that into 3 points, and we have a 1-point game. McCarthy. And he's picked off again near the 5-yard line by Jordan Oladokun. Oladokun across the 30. On play action. Loveland going up, pulling it down inside the 35. Interceptions over his last 4 passes thrown. Open! Wilson, touchdown, Michigan.
It's all about complementary offense. So here's all the bodies at the line of scrimmage, and this guy's going to stay underneath. That means Roman Wilson is one-on-one on the safety. And when he's one-on-one, look at him set this up with the eyes to the corner route. Safety feels his speed and says, I got to turn and run. Then Roman Wilson crosses it. Oh, he crosses him over like AI.
Another low snap, and the timing off here. And Timoshak is brought down for a loss. Pressure coming. Timoshak into coverage, and that is picked off.
There's Quentin Johnson. Look at him. Notice 28 coming right there in the middle of your screen. He just read the eyes of Timoshak. Surprised they're not going to take another. No, too late now. I'm shocked they didn't take another look at that.
Great punt. Tommy Dolan. Great punt by Doman.
Special placement.
Setting up the screen. That's intercepted. Chris Jenkins picked it off.
But he's nimble on his feet right here in the middle of your screen. He's thinking, wait a second. No free lunches for the defensive line. If you get through that clean, you say, hey, wait a second. I'm not that good. It must be a screen.
High formation. It's Corn. Fighting. End zone. Touchdown. Wolverines.
Anywhere he goes.
On second down, that ball came out. That's live. And Michigan pounces on top of it. Michael Barrett is from 52. And it's good. Stewart loses one.
NCAA rules. He's the culture developer and the leadership developer for this Michigan team when Harbaugh isn't there.
Flip flicker. McCarthy taking a chance. And a 10. It's going to be knocked around and caught off the deflection by Johnson. Touchdown, Michigan. Touchdown, fleet flicker, tip drill time.
That's tip drill, but that's Davon Ferguson. He wasn't fooled.
Johnson, nowhere to go. Bazelak and Orth, the walk-ons, making his Bowling Green debut at the Big House. And the Falcons' offense has been non-existent here in the second half. 10 of those have come in the second half, really the fourth quarter. And this time, Wimberly, he is sent backwards. In 10 years that Michigan is able to do just that. Despite those turnovers, 4 still will win this game. The last time that happened was against UConn.
Wow.
In September of 2013. 31-6 the final. Michigan now 3-0. Michigan tonight offensively finished with more rushing yards than passing yards. The acting head coach, he's the winning head coach, and he's with Brooke Fletcher.
Coach, I'm here. Well, I'm here now with Blake Corum and Coach here. Congratulations on the win, guys. It wasn't easy, but you guys kept fighting. How would you describe the resiliency this guy and the rest of the team showed here to get the win?
Yeah, 1-0 every week. That's where we want to be. We're 3-0 now. Excited to have you back, Coach. We miss you. We love you. Defense played their tails off. Excited for the future. Talk to this guy right here.
You know, we're excited to have Coach Harbaugh back. I know he's excited. It's going to be a great week. And it was nice out here having these new lights too.
Nice, right? I know. How did that help feed you guys, and how are you feeding off that energy?
You know, it was just amazing. You know, I took some time to look around, and every time they would cut the lights off, everyone had their flashlights up. So, you know, it was just, it was cool, you know, because other stadiums, they have it. And, you know, the Big House is the best stadium in college football. It's legendary. And with the new addition, you know, it's definitely the best now.
That's a nice little touch, right?
Most definitely.
All right, Blake.
Like a comfortable pair of khakis, everything fits Harbaugh just right once he's back on the sidelines leading the maize and blue.
I personally just felt like something was missing, and it was definitely him.
Seeing the game in a different way, I think it's made me a better coach.
We are coach. You know, we're a product of him. Finally, to get him on the sideline on Saturday, it's going to be awesome.
Great challenge. Number 2 team in the country, and there's absolutely no weaknesses in this team. It's definitely a great test for us.
You know what? The reality is this offense was just not quite humming. J.J. McCarthy, the 3 picks, he's going to get back on track. Now, keep in mind, there's a history of Rutgers since they joined the Big Ten of just kind of muddying the game up against Michigan.
I don't hate Michigan like these people, but I like Schiano, man, and what he's doing with the Rutgers team. They've been playing sound football.
I do too. A lot of respect for Schiano.
Yeah.
A really good running back too. Monanga's been really good for Rutgers. See if he can run against Michigan there.
Jim Harbaugh is back and ready to go. It is Michigan. It is Rutgers. 2 3-0 teams. We've got Big Ten football from the Big House.
We're going to throw punches right from the start. Get the A-gap, knock the O-line back, get to the football.
Monangai in the backfield is dropped for a loss. Hurdles across the 15. First down near the 23.
As
Michigan 0 for 1 on third down so far. Motion this time right side. It's Donovan Edwards, and nobody's there for Rutgers. He's out to the 40, to midfield, trying to make the defenders miss, and he's hit hard out of bounds by Flip Dixon, but all the way out near the Rutgers 35. First big play for the Wolverines. Scarlet Knights caught completely off guard there.
Yeah, and he was lined up in a motion man going left to right, and Rutgers caught in a bit of a zone coverage issue, it looked like, or maybe man, and just there was no one accounting for Donovan Edwards on that right side, left wide open, and a big pickup for the Wolverines.
Donovan Edwards, not your conventional back. You can use him as a receiver too, especially when you got Blake Corum ahead of you on the depth chart. Had 991 yards last season. This one's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a flea flicker. Corum to Edwards to McCarthy, and back wide open. Wolverines inside the 10, taken down inside the 5. It's Colston Loveland, so a double flip. Loveland catches it on the right side. Wolverines with some trickery, and they got first and goal at the 2.
Corum up the middle. Touchdown, Michigan.
Rutgers with 3 penalties already in this game. All have been on the offense. 2 of them have been offsides. First play's a handoff. Donovan Edwards gets a lane and gets straddled down around the 42-yard line. The Big Ten staying in the conference. Flip Dixon, another example of that. McCarthy fakes it, takes it himself. He's going to go out wide and just scampers out of bounds past the 30-yard line. Perfect fake handoff, and McCarthy keeps it, goes left, and Rutgers defense, everybody thought Blake Corum had the ball. First down out to the 27.
Monungai, stopped. McCarthy over the middle, and that's caught. In stride, gets to its number 1. First down, Michigan.
And it was that same look again with a slot receiver going in motion before the play and getting that extra burst of speed across the field. And it works out for McCarthy and the Wolverines. First and 10 at their own 46. J.J. McCarthy steps out, now has room to run. Open green grass out to the 40. Has more time and cuts out of bounds at the 32. So back-to-back big plays for Michigan. And they're suddenly deep into Rutgers territory, looking to take the lead with 5:13 to go in the half. And now Michigan will go for it on 4th and 1. And Rutgers looking for an absolutely colossal stand here late in the second quarter. 4th down and 1. Loveland in motion. Goes right. Corum in the backfield. It's going to be a McCarthy handoff, and Corum spins forwards and looks like he got this one. Looked like he needed 1 yard, and it seemed like he got 2.
Pocket for McCarthy towards the end zone. That is caught. Touchdown. Samaj Morgan.
We asked Sharon Moore, who's a young guy we should look out for? He said, look at 82 Samaj Morgan. He's ready for a breakout game. J.J. McCarthy, how's the accuracy? Well, how about that one?
The third quarter, they have really struggled to put up points.
Nice run for Corum. Jump pass in the Ohio State game last year. On 4th and short, McCarthy kept it. Out of bounds near the 45. 9th play of the drive. Time for McCarthy. Wilson wide open. First down to the 35. Second reception for Wilson today. Now 1 catch in 22 straight games. Back to the ground. It's Corum. He'll have a first down.
Door and slowly opens the hips of Miles Hinton until he's in the laps of J.J. Brings him down.
Turner drills this one.
In 4th and 2 from the Michigan 27, Greg Schiano opting to keep the offense out there on one of its more promising drives of the ballgame. 4th and 2, Wimsett in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, drops back, full out blitz, screen to the left, and it's incomplete. And looks like it was intercepted by Michigan. Mike Sanders still has a lane. 50, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's deflating. And I'm watching it back. That was a bizarre play. It was a screen pass that somehow ended up in the hands of Sandristel. And he brings it back. Wimsett got absolutely drilled, though, on a block coming back. And Michigan takes it down the field. And that's the momentum shifter of momentum shifters.
Always have your eyes on number 0, Mikey Sainristil, all over the field. He does it bringing the pressure. He does it with the guy hanging on his back. Mikey Sainristil, as you just said, Corey, he's played a lot of football. Look at his eyes. He reads that from a mile away, and what he does so well is he trusts his eyes. He not only reads it, but he triggers on it. Then he makes the play. Then he squats Junior Colson, who's 240 pounds, gets him off his back, and finishes with the touchdown.
McCarthy on 3rd down. Got away. And working his way and stretching that football for 1st down.
Yeah, here we go. The tradition ended the 3rd quarter. Mr. Brightside by the Killers, a tradition here at the Big House. Just listen in. And they'll continue to sing that song until they get to Mr. Brightside. McCarthy in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, quickly fires over the middle, has Roman Wilson across the 50 and knocked out of bounds, enough for the 1st down. And it's at the 46-yard line of the Scarlet Knights, longer being able to push him out of bounds to keep it at that, but it's enough for the 1st, and that'll move the chains. Well, sorry we had to cut off Mr. Brightside, but McCarthy had other ideas.
Yeah, not even the Killers can kill the momentum for Michigan right now.
At the 45, 1st and 10, up 17. McCarthy takes the snap, drops back, looks right, fires right, and it's complete to his tight end at the 23-yard line. Colston Loveland makes the catch, and another big play from this Michigan offense.
Route and show a little outside on loyal number 6, and then JJ knowing he's got a big arsenal.
9 catches all year, 4 alone today. McCarthy, he kept it. And took a hit. It's Corum taking a hit, stretching for that goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. Corum for the 2nd time today.
So Michigan extends its lead 31-7 with 12:38 to play in the 4th quarter. Here comes the 2nd and 3. Under center, McCarthy takes the snap, hands it to his running back across midfield. It breaks a couple tackles, and he's brought down by a shoelace tackle right at the 48 of the Scarlet Knights. And boy, if he had gotten off that tackle, that very last one, it could have been 6. And that is how today's ball game will end. A final score here in Ann Arbor: number 2 Michigan 31, Rutgers 7. As Rutgers started out the game with a 7-0 lead and 31 points unanswered from the Wolverines.
It stays unbeaten 31-7 over Rutgers today.
Who could possibly have it better than us?
Second-ranked Michigan takes their unbeaten record into Lincoln to meet the Cornhuskers. That one, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. It's the 5th straight week Michigan checks in at number 2. Coach, are you really telling me you have bad vibes about the maize and blue in Lincoln today?
Well, just the Wolverines have played a schedule that's not very good. If you play bad schedules, I've been there before, you don't get better. If you're the same team in October you were in September, you're not a very good team. I believe in Matt Rule. I believe in Nebraska. We saw them. They should have beat Minnesota. Yep. If you don't turn the ball over here a couple weeks ago, they're right in that game. Don't turn the ball over. Let that 3-3-5 defense play. They got good players on defense. I think it's going to be a close game in Lincoln.
This feels like a very 23-7 type of game where you just kind of ugly it up, and Nebraska just kind of hangs. Michigan will win, but I don't think it's going to be a super easy game for them today.
The Wolverines have won 29 of their last 32 games, 16 in a row in Big Ten play.
First time all season, Michigan's Wolverines hit the road, and they see scarlet.
We lost the toss, but we won the ball, and we get a chance to make this first impression.
JJ in a shotgun.
The ball handling skills by JJ McCarthy, we saw it on full display last week.
been a big touchdown maker. McCarthy scanning. Loads of time for McCarthy. Now he wings it downfield. To the end zone, Roman Wilson. Who's got a touchdown? Wow! That is
That's fighting wind. That is fighting hands and distraction drill. That's fighting contact. And he just pins it against Gifford's helmet and doesn't lose control.
How did he do this?
That is extraordinary ball skills.
Second and short, Michigan's opening drive. JJ takes the snap, back to pass. Pump fakes, got all kinds of time. JJ's gonna fire to the end zone. Roman Wilson's there, he goes up. He's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wow, what an unbelievable catch by Roman Wilson.
So Nebraska, they don't want to get behind on the scoreboard and they don't want to get behind on the sticks because Harburg is not a great thrower. Harburg in a shotgun, back to pass, looking, fires, it's tipped in the air. This could be, and it is! Kenneth Grant, the interception!
The big fella.
Looking over the defense, gets the shotgun snap, steps, throws, ball batted up in the air, look out, and it is, I think, intercepted by Michigan. Deflected up in the air and pulled down by Kenneth Grant. Saw the ball go up, and he picks it at the 29-yard line. Heinrich's first interception of the year.
Yeah, that low slot angle. The Michigan pass rushers get their hands up into the passing lane. It's deflected. And how long did it seem like that ball was in the air? A couple of days?
Sure seemed like it. Popped straight up in the air. Usually those big fellows don't track that very well, but he's looking up over his head was Grant, and he pulls it in.
This feels like a big drive. The score here could really suck the life out of the Cornhuskers. Kalel Mullings in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. He's got a big hole. Kalel Mullings to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
3rd and 1. And it's Mullins seeking the end zone. Touchdown. Fourth-year man.
Left tackle, Ladarius Henderson, the transfer from Arizona State, just washes down the line of scrimmage.
Talk about getting a quick start, trying to take this massive Nebraska crowd out of it.
Heavy package up front, 4th and 1 from the Wolverine 12-yard line. Late first quarter.
Where's the beef? They're going to go to this right side here.
Heinrich hands out, gets the snap, goes up and stopped. He didn't make it. I don't think he made it.
Well, it's going to be close.
Michigan is celebrating. Keon Sabb, the safety, looks like he went up high to meet Heinrich. Officials are going to look it over, but by the looks of the spot, we did not get it by about a half yard.
Yeah.
They stretch the chains. Yep, short. By about the length of the football. Michigan takes over on down.
Michigan is just pounding away, and then all of a sudden, hey, JJ chucks one downfield for 25 yards. The offense is operating with a really nice rhythm right now.
JJ's looking that way for his tight ends. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's got all kinds of room to run. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, JJ McCarthy. From 21 yards out.
Wolverines putting together a drive after making a 4th down stop at their own 12 on Nebraska. 2 eligible each way. McCarthy takes a shotgun step, steps up. He's going to run. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wolverines. There is the legs of McCarthy. Doesn't love to run, but can. Saw it part right in front of him. That would indicate maybe some man defense by Nebraska down the field, and an easy scamper in from 22 yards out, and it's a 20-0 Wolverine lead.
Commitment they've got to make to stopping that run.
They use Wilson in motion, and then it's Corum moving those legs forward. He is a McCarthy doubles out of the pocket and launches. End zone, Wilson! That had a vapor trail on it.
J.J.
You talk
McCarthy.
to any coach, how do you become a lead in the red zone? And they all say the same thing. Got to run the ball, but then your QB's got to make these kind of special plays off schedule. And right now, he's not mentioned with Penix, and he's not mentioned with Caleb Williams, and he's not mentioned with Bo Nix. He better start getting mentioned.
J.J. back to pass here. He's going to bail out of there. Back to his own 30. Looking downfield. And he's going to fire. End zone. Roman Wilson. Touchdown.
Penalty was on Anthony Graham. Back to throws Heinrich. Now being hit, flushed, and sacked. Back at the 21-yard line by Braden McGregor. His first sack of the year. And the Huskers' drive is pinched off.
And we have seen Michigan's clockwork so far. Play fake. McCarthy snaps it off right down the middle. Low clothesline for a first down. Right back there. Corum is in. Standing, undaunted, touchdown, Michigan.
Look at my man, Zach Zinner.
Well, you got to eat first.
Top.
You got to eat first.
Yeah. Sorry, got to eat the corn. They're on the guards, and Mr. Zinter is just hunting and driving.
All right, the ball sailing towards the end zone. Tommy Hill going to come up and grab it at the 1. He's coming up with a 10, 15. He gets rocked at the 19-yard line. Goodness gracious.
And moving forward, we'll see what this looks like for the Huskers. Pressure again. He gets roped and dropped. Josiah Stewart was not going to let go.
I got my partner pretty excited right at the jump.
I'm standing right here. I have a name. Denegal down the middle. That's a touchdown for the Wolverines. Peyton O'Leary scores it.
How cool is that? And I can deliver a seed. He will remember that one.
And Michigan improves to 5-0. Nebraska now 2-3 as the Wolverines win it today 45-7 over the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Impressive performance this afternoon. All facets of the game from Jim Harbaugh's team, and that will be the ball game.
I definitely feel like week in and week out, we're always trying to get better at what we do, and we'll always continue to be refining. We're never a finished product, so I can't wait to watch the film because a lot of the games feel amazing, but they're not as good as they felt, or vice versa. So it'll be great to watch the film and just get better this week.
As you see these stats, number of points they've scored and the points allowed, only Florida State in 93 and Alabama in 79 have started seasons like that in the last half century. Both of those teams won the national championship. And if they do it again today, they'll match the longest run since Nebraska in 71, which also won the national championship.
Playoff. The defense only giving up 6 points per game. We see that. Blake Corum has 9 touchdowns, has scored in every single game. J.J. McCarthy's doing his thing. The finish of their season. Obviously, Penn State, Maryland, then Ohio State is going to tell the tape. But this particular team, I feel like, is even better than the team last year somehow. And with that adversity at the beginning, because Harbaugh, with the hamburger, self-imposed suspension, Mike Hart's coaching, I think that even builds up a little bit more adversity, makes them a little bit more mature. I like this Michigan team this year more so than I even did last year.
Michigan's a rare team in current model of college football where they're a seasoned team. They're a veteran team. You look at the team that went last year and made a run, had some great moments, and then had that difficult moment against TCU. Look at the roster. Almost all those guys are back this year, so they can't help who is on that schedule. They just go out. You look at that graphic we just showed you. It's worth saying again. 3.7677. Are you kidding me? This team walks to 9-0 until November 11th when they go to Happy Valley and then end of the year against Ohio State. They keep playing games. They keep winning games. They keep getting better. It's all about peaking in November.
Hey, handle.
Get set for number 2, Michigan and Minnesota. 105th all-time meeting between the two, and they are battling for the Little Brown Jug Trophy.
No masterpiece has ever been created by a lazy artist. Strike and stream every play. I got your back, you got my back. I got your back. I got your back, you got my back. I got your back. You got my back. I got your back. You got my back. I got your back. Be physical. Like hard to be as fast as you can, as long as you can, and don't.
Welcome to Big Ten Saturday Night, presented by Discover. It's a brisk Saturday night in Minneapolis, Huntington Bank Stadium, and we renew the Little Brown Jug rivalry, the battle. Another trophy game. They just mean a little bit more, and the crowd here, a sellout and ready to rock as the
Gophers just about ready to make their entrance under the lights here in Minneapolis with number 2 Michigan waiting in the wings. We're at Huntington Bank Stadium. PJ Fleck wearing all maroon, and here come the Golden Gophers.
He knows that this Michigan team that he's about to face, number 2 in the country, he knows that it's one of the most complete teams he's ever seen. He knows that the depth is apparent. But he also knows that there's a good blend of youth and experience on his roster and a quarterback in Ethan Kaliakmanis that keeps getting better, ready for a moment like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge challenge in front of them. Now, the last time I was in this stadium, I saw them upset number 4 Penn State in a big game. So hoping for a similar results if you're PJ Fleck.
2nd and 10. Fake the handoff. And Kaliakmanis is going to throw a pick. All the way in, touchdown, Will Johnson. Second play, pick 6. Michigan on top early.
That is not the way Minnesota wanted to start this game. Tough start there, Derek Burns. What do we see?
Well, Michigan's running a zone defense, and they tried to put it into the pocket. The ball just got a little bit outside, and the credit to Michigan, he made a big jump on the ball, got in front of it.
And it's 7-0 Michigan, and the Gophers will get the football right back after allowing the pick 6 on that opening drive. We didn't even get a chance to set all of the starters in the backfield. We now know about Will Johnson, the sophomore out of Detroit, who has the pick 6. Sabb and Page are the safeties. Sainra still the All-America candidate, nickel, and Josh Wallace the corners. Others will certainly play. They are a very, very deep team, and they play a lot of guys. Last week at Nebraska, a 45-7 win. They had most of the starters out by the middle of the third quarter, so it's a fresh Michigan team here, and this Michigan team is clicking on all cylinders. Now under center McCarthy, Mullings the running back on 4th and a yard. McCarthy spins, play action, rolling right, fires. He's got Mullings at midfield and then some, and it's a first down inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line, and that's a pickup of 14. Darius Green got beat on the play, and 2 receivers left. One comes in motion. That's Johnson to throw. McCarthy wings at that side. It's Johnson. Plenty of space to the 30. Breaks the tackle 25, and then pays the price at the 20. Maverick Baranowski lowers the boob there, but not before it's a 21-yard pickup. And Michigan moving with 9.5 to go in the first quarter, already leading 7-0, and they're right at the 20 is where they spot him down.
Attempt in game number 6. And Turner makes it 10-zip.
On 7:33 to play first quarter. Michigan 10 and Minnesota nothing. 10 from the 36. Crooms in motion under center, and it's a handoff to Evans, and that time they had it sniffed out. That's a loss of 5 yards back to the 41. Mason Graham, 6'3", 380, make that 318 pounds. The sophomore had been nursing that hand injury. In fact, has kind of a club on that hand. He bubbled that front 4 there, front 5 for Minnesota.
After seeing some of the success in the run game, Michigan changes it up. They bring a run blitz. They move the front, which is what you'd expect them to do, and they got some penetration on that one.
It's 10-3. There was a pick 6 to start the game. Since then, it's been 3-3. McCarthy looks over the middle, has Johnson caught right between a couple of Gophers and a gain all the way out to the 45. Boy, McCarthy can zip the football.
Todd mentioned a legitimate NFL prospect. Handoff Corum. Corum finds some daylight. He's got some speed and some blockers. Corum down the sideline. And finally, just out of bounds, shy of the 20. Picks up 42.
Now watch Zach Zinner now, the right guard. He's going to pull, and he's going to get the block here on the edge. These 2 guards, Keegan and Zinner, they both pull. There's the block by Zinner, number 65. 1 missed tackle. Your left tackle, Barnhart, number 52, is downfield picking up a block. And Blake Corum showing patience running behind his blocks.
Edwards is out of Bloomfield, Michigan. He's the running back. They run that little end around as they pitch it to Wilson, and he's got the corner inside the 10, gets into the air, and he's hit out of bounds by Green. The Gophers in there did not keep contain, and it's a nice pickup for the Michigan Wolverines. It'll be first and goal from the 7. Quarterback McCarthy with an offset eye. In motion goes the tight end. Handoff to Edwards. Stutter steps, turns his way toward the end zone, and he is down to the 1. Michigan was celebrating as if it was a touchdown. It was close, but the head linesman says, nope, your bottom hit, and the ball was at about the half-yard line.
Third and goal.
Well, you got to respect the running of McCarthy here, too, not just Corum.
Corum again, goes airborne, and he's in. Touchdown, number 10 on the season for Blake Corum.
A really nice block by the tight end, number 89, A.J. Barner. And then just the springs of Blake Corum to go up and over.
Yeah, 3rd and 12. Minnesota 1 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. Gears goes in motion in a pistol set. And Ethan wants to throw. Has some time. Now the pocket collapses and he's sacked. Maybe more of a pressure sack. Josiah Stewart, he had a sack last week. He's a Coastal Carolina transfer, and he's an impact player. It's 2nd down and 13 after that tackle for a loss. Here's a throw over the middle, out of the backfield. Edwards makes the catch. Oh, good move on Seelig, and he has first down yardage across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Just 3.3 so far through the first 5 games this year. But he's been the biggest cheerleader for everybody else throughout the process. McCarthy dialing up a deep ball down the field. Oh, it's caught. Cornelius Johnson, sensational effort.
Well, again, just incredible protection. I mean, J.J. McCarthy was not looking at Cornelius first, but he comes to him late when he sees there's no safety help. It's one-on-one coverage, and he lets the ball fly against Darius Green.
Gains 49, sets up first and goal. McCarthy's going to keep it himself. McCarthy gets to the outside, lowers the shoulder, he's in! Touchdown, Michigan!
Okay, this is the perfect example of this unselfish attitude of the Michigan football team.
And it's now 23-3, Michigan out front.
J.J. McCarthy maybe just a little bit more slippery than we thought. You think you have a cornerback on the backfield on him, you're able to bring him down, and he shows his ability to get in the end zone there.
24-3, in motion, Crooms out of the pistol set this time. It is play action. Callie McManus has to tuck and run. He just had no chance. The big man in the middle, Mason Graham, was just waiting for him. He also took away the passing angle, so Ethan couldn't throw it and was hemmed in, couldn't run it, and basically had to take a bite out of the football and call it a day there on that play.
First down for McCarthy. Corum stays in there, up to 63 yards in the touchdown. Play action for McCarthy. Lobs over the middle, wide open. Roman Wilson in space across the 30 and ushered out of bounds inside the 25. 2nd and goal. McCarthy keeps looking for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. A stiff arm and the extra effort. He gets in. Touchdown.
They had him dead to rights at about the 7 the first time. They had him dead to rights at about the 7 this time. And he just has got some deceptive quickness to him. He put on a move both times, and both times he's got a touchdown. And it's a 20-point lead for Michigan.
Exactly. At 6'3", 202 pounds, you wouldn't think that he'd be able to escape someone on the perimeter like that. But he must be just a little bit quicker and faster than he looks in person or on film.
14. Callie McManus feeling the pressure. He is drilled in the backfield by Mason Graham. Play clock down to 2. Play action for McCarthy. Steps up, and as he throws, doesn't matter. Colston Loveland, touchdown Michigan. Callie McManus fires, intercepted. And this one's going to be taken back for a 2nd pick 6. Keon Sabb, beautifully read for Michigan.
No one in the backfield but the quarterback Tuttle, and he drops to throw. Plenty of time. Now flush from the pocket and gets out of one man's tackle, gets out of a second man's tackle, works to the 10, to the 5. Wow, he has a first down at the 3. That's a 17-yard scramble on 3rd and 16.
Not able to bring him down.
They hustle up because it was dicey as to whether he got the first or not. They get the snap, the handoff to Franklin, and they're over 50 now with a touchdown. Leon Franklin's first touchdown of the year. The graduate, he's been at Michigan, but he has his degree. 5'9", 208, has not gotten a lot of time over the years, and he has a touchdown. And it's 51-10. Michigan putting an exclamation point here in Minneapolis.
But this one was too much Michigan. The number 2 team in the country, dominant in every facet of the game. 52-10. The Wolverines take the Little Brown Jug in Minneapolis.
There's been so much blood, sweat, and tears into that trophy, and all the generations that came before us that won that thing and kept it in Ann Arbor, that was for them. It was for all the past guys wearing the winged helmet and past coaches coaching for us. So, yeah, it was great.
Keeping that jug, that just means so much, guys. That means so much, and we avoided them tearing down the goalposts. You know, that's just huge. And every single guy. When you go back and flick on this tape, every single guy in here played good. And young guys, we Cam Brandt, guys, man, everybody playing good.
All right, first and foremost, congratulations to Michigan. They're as good as advertised. I said this on the radio a second ago. I think they're the best football team I've seen in 11 years being a head coach. I've never seen a football team like that deep. They're one of the deepest teams, one of the best teams, one of the biggest teams, fastest teams, strongest teams, and they do not make mistakes. They are truly like a boa constrictor, and they do not beat themselves. They're very good at each position. They're very aligned with everything that they do. They know who they are, and they go and execute that game plan. So we got beat tonight, period. Okay, we didn't lose the game. They beat us, period, in every facet of the game. Every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams.
The team up north, are they the best team in the country?
I will say this, they are certainly the best first-half team in the country. Offense, defense, kicking.
No slash.
But they've only had to play one half. And the schedule's not going to get any harder until 28 days in State College, 42 days when the Buckeyes roll town. But they're playing outstanding. Offense, defense, kicking. But they've only played one half.
Are you still counting the days to Ohio State, Michigan? Do you still keep track of that all the time? Every week you've got the amount of days still.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Welcome to Ann Arbor. Big Ten football weather. They're playing in the elements today.
Hey, nothing but another opportunity to be great. The message today is real simple. Do what we do best. Play as hard as you can, as fast as you can, as long as you can, and don't worry. We're not three. 1, 2, 3.
3rd down and 12 of the 16. Jackson. And that one deflected and intercepted. Michigan has it. Rod Moore.
Just a huge, huge mistake. You can't come away with that kind of drive and not come away with any points. Looking at what Taven was looking at here, I think that ball either slipped out of his hands or was just really fully overthrown, looking for Bamba, or he was looking for the deeper man. I think that ball just got away from him.
St. Ristel got a hand on it, deflected it into the hands of Moore.
1st down at the Michigan 44. Sorsby steps up. Do they want a trick play here? Here's the pass, wide open. Touchdown, Lucas. Indiana, a 44-yard strike as Donovan McCulley put it on a rope.
They've got 2 tight ends in the ball game right now. Here, back to throw as McCarthy throws it out here to Loveland, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds on the far sideline, but into Hoosier territory inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and 7 at the 36. Johnson in motion. Play fake. McCarthy looking for Johnson over the middle. Has him, and he makes the catch at the 21.
Now Corum in the backfield. They're going to give it to him on like a jet sweep, and he turns it upfield. He's got running room down the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line by Aaron Casey.
Corum in here near the goal line. 2nd down. Here's Corum looking for the end zone and has it. Michigan on the board now. On the 9 at the 14. McCarthy
to Edwards out of the backfield, makes the first man miss, and the Don gets out of bounds at the 30.
And I think Corum's back in the ball game as running back. Here's the snap, and they shove it right back, a flea flicker back to McCarthy. Throws it down the field, ball caught by Morris. He tries to spin away, and he's brought to the ground after a pickup of about 14 as Mangum Farrar comes up and makes the stop for Indiana.
Corum in the game at running back. Fourth down and goal at the 2. Here's McCarthy in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Roman Wilson.
Yeah, Indiana playing run there, Don, and McCarthy had his choice of receivers in the back of the end zone. Nobody covered.
So Indiana gives up the touchdown that gives Michigan the lead. At 13-7, the extra point try will be made by James Turner.
This one takes a bounce, picked up at the 20-yard line. Look at this run. Down the sideline, Morris. And he'll go out of bounds inside Indiana territory. First down at the 18. McCarthy will throw it. McCarthy in trouble. McCarthy out of the pocket. Oh, he just pitches it. Edwards. And he goes down at the 2.
Bredeson's the big fullback in there as a tight end, and Blake Corum's the running back. Here's the snap. They give it to Corum. He tries the left side, and it's a touchdown. Well, the last few minutes of the first half have become really a detriment for this Indiana football team. Too many mistakes. And suddenly it's a 20-7 ball game.
For Michigan in the first half, 4 penalties for 44 yards. McCarthy runs it with a lane. JJ all day out of bounds.
3 receivers in the set position on the right side. Here is McCarthy back to throw it. Gets pressure from Jones. Trying to run for his life out there. Finally throws it down the field, and it's caught by Loveland. He's going down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Well, you look like you got him stopped, and you can't get it done.
He makes an unbelievable play here. As he exits the pocket to the right, watch him point Loveland down the field. So he points Loveland down the field right now, and he's basically saying, go put that defender in conflict. He's either got to take me on the run and leave you, or he's going to stay with you, and I'll run for the first down. The defender commits to McCarthy.
3rd and 10 of the 25 for Indiana. Sorsby in trouble. Sorsby, and he's sacked inside the 10.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Corum in the backfield with McCarthy. Corum gets the call right up the gut, breaks 2 tackles, and then is knocked to the ground right around the 32-yard line. But a first down. Miles Jackson on the tackle.
Keegan from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Now McCarthy steps up. McCarthy wants to run. McCarthy gets outside, and McCarthy's tight rope in the sideline out of bounds. He's lined up as a receiver. They throw it to the far side on the hitch, and this is Morgan trying to make moves. Touchdown, Wolverines. Wow. Samaj Morgan.
Touchdown, number 2 here with the 3rd quarter. And right now it looks like Michigan unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, they have scored touchdowns now on 5 straight possessions, going all the way back to the end of the first quarter. And so it's been tough, and it's only going to get tougher as Michigan can really start to pound things with the run game. But there's a number of Indiana players that had a shot at Morgan there and just couldn't get to him.
Bredesen in motion, the big H back to the left. Here's the snap to Tuttle. Gives to Johnson. Johnson finds a hole on the left side. Cuts outside to the 20. Down to the 15. Down to the 10 before they can get to him to knock him out of bounds. And Michigan just continues on a roll. Jamari Sharp forced him out. But now it's 1st and goal for the Wolverines once again.
This might be his time right here.
3rd down and goal at the 2. Edwards. Looks like a touchdown. Blake Corum celebrates, and it is.
And Michigan has 45 on the scoreboard here today, 45-7. And Here's the snap. Back goes Taven Jackson. He's going to go deep down the field looking for Kobe, and it's intercepted. And picked off in there by Keon Sabb. And Sabb takes it up the sideline left side, goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
Benjamin Hall still in the backfield. This is personal for Tuttle. He's an Indiana transfer. In the end zone. Touchdown. Carmelo English.
And Michigan just keeps pulling it on. 51-7 right now. And with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in this fourth and final period, the Wolverines absolutely dominating Indiana since the start of the second quarter of this football game.
Michigan 52. Indiana 7. Wolverines a perfect 7-0 on the season. They'll take on Michigan State.
The Michigan football team is under investigation for allegedly stealing signs.
That's right. 10 TV sports anchor Dave Holmes joins us with more. Dave, I guess the big question here, how exactly does a football team go about stealing signs?
Yeah, it's interesting. Something you hear about in baseball all the time, not too often in football. And technically, stealing signs in football is not against the rules if you do it during the game. But these allegations say the Michigan football team sent scouts to watch their future opponents in person so they could study up and take notes on how their future opponents call plays on offense and defense. If true, that would be against the NCAA rules. All of Michigan's future opponents, including Ohio State, were notified by the Big Ten that their signs may have been stolen.
Now, it's hard for me to imagine that they'll be able to make a solid case. It does look bad. There have been allegations out there in the past, but it does seem like it would be a close call by the NCAA, and I sense that there's some piling on here to Jim Harbaugh. He turned his nose to them a couple of months ago, as you remember, during this investigation, and it seems to me like selective prosecution. That doesn't mean that some of this didn't happen. I frankly think this happens almost everywhere, not to the degree that the story is laid out here. But it's some very gray area, and I think if this had been someone else, this investigation probably would not have gotten to this point.
A lot of people are weighing in on this. Among them, yesterday, Colorado coach Deion Sanders. Listen.
You could have someone's whole game plan. They could mail it to you. You still got to stop it. So in football, it's not as pronounced as baseball. If I know a curveball is coming, I got you. You know, with football, I don't give a darn if you know a sweep is coming. You still got to stop it. Physically, it's a physical game. You got to stop it. So that's a little tough. I don't buy into a lot of that stuff that someone's stealing this, stealing that.
Like this thing has gotten ridiculous. I mean, first of all, we all played this game for a long time. Every team is stealing signs, right? Trying to. And every team's trying to steal checks. They're listening to TV copies about, how quarterbacks are audibling. They're listening to all this in the meeting rooms. Like, all of this information you're trying to gather, you understand as a football player, is happening. And every team is doing it. And so that one team is getting singled out. It's just nonsense.
Hey, bro, seize the moment, man. You never know when that moment gonna come. Gonna make it happen. It's a great night. A great night. To have a great night.
Big Ten Saturday Night is presented by Discover. Here in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium welcomes in the number 2 Michigan Wolverines and Michigan State. Losers of 4 in a row, but boy, do they get juiced up for this matchup. A rivalry and a battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy here in East Lansing. The fans are revved up. The team is excited. Here they come.
It only comes but once a year, just like Christmas. It's the Spartans and the guys from down the road in Ann Arbor. Michigan State versus Michigan and Jason Strayhorn. Fans look forward to this all year long.
In my opinion, George, this is the most talented team that the number 2 ranked team in the nation is coming into Michigan State facing right now. Michigan State still
has the ability to punch Michigan in the mouth today.
Loveland, the tight end, in motion. McCarthy, patient, rolls. McCarthy buying time, fires on the run. He's got it. First down. Beautiful throw and catch for Barner.
Kills you. You get him in the situation you want, and then J.J. McCarthy extends the play, keeps his eyes downfield, and he's been doing this all season. He's been
over the middle. McCarthy complete. Roman Wilson in stride. First and goal.
Wilson in motion, and he got stacked right behind Loveland. It's zone defense, and nobody picked up the crosser. And over here is an actual tackle.
Trouble with the snap. Corum's got it anyway. Plunges forward. No signal yet.
He was clearly in the end zone.
And he is. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, good job by J.J. McCarthy securing the snap because he did bobble it.
Michigan with the early lead here in East Lansing. The Wolverines 7 and the Spartans nothing. You're listening to MSU Football.
Yeah, he was a member of UConn's football team a year ago, got hurt in Ann Arbor, transferred to Michigan State, and has been a pleasant surprise.
But he's going backwards on this second down carry. Quick penetration by Braden McGregor.
Guy on the end of the line. The tight end looks like he's going to block, but then he leads, and nobody blocks McGregor. And he just closes quickly and makes a tackle for loss.
3 minutes to play in the first. 5 wideouts for McCarthy. Ball at the left hash mark. In motion, Donovan Edwards, who is wide left, starts to his right. They'll throw it to him in the right flat. Edwards is quick. Wow. And he can move. He's inside the 30. Has a first down before he's tackled by Jordan Hall at the 25.
First set of downs. McCarthy in trouble. Gets away on the run. Touchdown! Roman Wilson does it again. His 10th of the season from 25 yards out.
A little improv by J.J. McCarthy and a throw on the run that was right on the dime to Roman Wilson.
It sure was that time. J.J. McCarthy under pressure avoids a sack by Brandon Wright, rolls out to his right. Somehow you get Roman Wilson getting covered by Jordan Hall. There's just a mismatch right there in coverage deep in the secondary right there. Touchdown for Michigan.
Full house here at Spartan Stadium. Here's McCarthy again. Steps up in the pocket. McCarthy perfectly delivered. Colston Loveland, a first down, will take us to the end of the first quarter. In the locker room right now. Fresh set of downs, McCarthy.
Wow, he had Roman Wilson.
Tucks it instead. McCarthy extends the play, and he can't get away. Aaron Brule goes down low. Big spot for this Michigan State defense. Now it looks like a free play. Oh, no flag yet. Did come in on the near side. Doesn't matter. Here's a touchdown to Colston Loveland. J.J. McCarthy recognized it, let it rip, and a 22-yard strike to Loveland.
I mean, Angelo Gross, you can't cover a guy any better than he does. And yet the ball is thrown perfectly, and the big body of Colston Loveland just kind of boxes out the smaller defender.
21-0 Michigan as the PAT is perfect. And with 10:44 to play in the half in East Lansing. Michigan leading Michigan State 21-0.
McCarthy with the blitz. Can he get away? Yes. McCarthy extends the play. Now he'll use his legs. McCarthy a first down. But a big gain of 17 for the QB.
See, these are just dagger plays. I mean, this is Halliday and Brule coming on a blitz. Brule can't wrap him up. And McCarthy, see, his eyes are downfield. He's looking to throw more than run, but in this case, the best option was to run it, which he's willing to do. He's running it less this year than he did.
Not to mention the 2 touchdowns, one to Wilson and one to Loveland. 2nd and 10. McCarthy, a dart, and it's complete. Touchdown number 2 for Colston Loveland.
What a beautiful throw. Right past the ear of Cal Halliday.
21 personnel, keep one tight end in on the max protection, just a seed. J.J. McCarthy throws right into the skinny post for Colston Loveland.
Take a look again now. Halliday turns to run. Ball right past him. In between three defenders. A perfect throw.
McCarthy stands in, delivers, complete. Colston Loveland, a first down conversion.
I mean, this is just an outstanding route. I mean, he's a big guy, but he runs a great route.
As we get set for a 2nd and 5. McCarthy over the middle. Barner, another catch and run. Inside the 15 and finally leveled just shy of the 10. Mangum and Kimbrough had to combine to stop the big body at 6'6", 251.
Another great route by one of those tight ends. Shows like he's going one way, wheels back inside, creates separation.
Hauser to the sideline, picked off. Mike Sainristil, he's got room to run down the sideline. Sainristil gonna take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. 3 flags down. For the time being, it would be the 2nd pick 6 of the season.
Well, watch the route on the outside with Mosley and Sainristil. The ball's thrown outside, the receiver went inside, and Sainristil in the perfect spot and takes it all the way back to the house. The 4th pick 6 of the season now for this Michigan defense.
Sainristil had a 71-yard pick 6 against Rutgers.
Unnecessary roughness. I mean, you don't know what happens here.
After the play, personal foul, offense number 58. The actions by number 58 have been ruled to be flagrant. Number 58 is ejected from the contest. The score is good. The penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
So now Spencer Brown has been ejected from the ball game. Don't know exactly what they nailed him for with the flagrant.
This is one you may want to forget. It's 34-0 Michigan.
3rd down and 1. Pitch it. Carter, no running room. Blown up in the backfield by Ernest Hausman.
Now, we don't know about penalties either because the NCAA has moved away from penalties that hurt players who are not involved in rule breaking, but a postseason ban is still an available penalty that they can use for egregious violations or repeat violators. Noah.
Not a good decision to do this on the Michigan sideline. Runs him out of bounds and then takes him to the turf way beyond the field of play.
Got him stopped, got him out of bounds, and then maybe did a little too much.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact, hands to the face. Defense number 41, 15-yard penalty. After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense number 28. 15-yard penalty from the succeeding spot, first down.
Yeah, 30 yards and penalties right there.
Ball's at the Michigan State 23. Hand off to Corum. Rolled down right at the line of scrimmage by Derek Harmon.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 41, half the distance to the goal.
Wow.
First down.
I didn't see a mask, did you?
No, not at all. But this is what, it's the same thing that Jim Harbaugh was lobbying for with the referees. In back-to-back plays.
But he is outstanding.
Play action. McCarthy out of the pocket. It's touchdown number 4. A.J. Barner finds pay dirt for the Wolverines.
What a career night for A.J. Barner.
Michigan 42. Michigan State nothing. 6:44 to play in the 3rd. This is the Spartan Media Network.
Let's give it one more year, stay healthy, and try and win it all.
Yeah, I think he started talking with everybody else, and they all said, hey, we're going to come back as Hauser goes down, and Derek Moore with a quick bolt for the sack, and play with your brothers again. And this defense continues to just pummel their opponents. And now Jack Tuttle, their backup quarterback, the transfer from Indiana, good experience as he lasers one over the middle, right back to Morgan, takes a hit, but not before it picks up the first down. Mangum delivered the boom, but a big gain of the freshman again.
Who had a big win today at Iowa.
Carter looking to bounce it to the outside. He's tripped up. Jaden McBurrows. They're all the way on the top left corner of the stadium. Michigan State is kind of putting them in the corner like it's dirty dancing. It doesn't matter here on the tip drill. Another interception. McBurrows takes it away. That they'll get to that mark again, but just a dominant effort all the way through as Orji somersaults forward, and it's a first down. The handoff, break it, Hall, flag is down, and he's pushed backward. Let's hear from Ron Snodgrass.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 97, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
That's Maverick Hansen. Score could be interesting for some. Orji following his blockers up the middle, and he's got it! Touchdown!
Make it 48-0. Point after coming up. There have been a few bright spots for the Spartans, but mostly it's been all Michigan all night long.
Bounce it, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Perfect way to finish a dominant effort from start to finish. Wire to wire, the number 2 team in the country. Impressive. 49-0 to retain the Paul Bunyan Trophy.
And it's all over tonight. The Paul Bunyan Trophy stays down the road in Ann Arbor. Michigan with a very convincing victory. 49-0. This is the Spartan Media Network.
And Mikey Sainer, still the captain, who had a pick 6 today, is going to parade that thing around for all the Big Blue fans that made it through.
It's amazing to keep Paul home because it's a big rivalry right here, and it's great to keep Paul home right now.
I thought we were really good. Our guys played really hard. The drop back pass game was especially good. The tight ends had one heck of a game, and JJ was on fire. Colson, AJ Barner. I mean, the whole team. It was a heck of a game.
Hey, real quick. Hey, come here. Real quick.
Mikey, thanks so much.
Real quick. The adversity he went through. Well, what happened last year, not telling him to come out have a game like he did tonight. An interception, 3-4 tackles. Jaden McBurrows, stay tuned.
Thank you, guys. Noah?
All right, Kate, say Jaden McBurrows again was involved in that tunnel altercation last year after the game with Michigan State, and you can tell just how excited his teammates were for him.
That is one of the all-time greatest wins against our in-state rivals, Michigan State. And you did it in dominant fashion. Yep. Left no doubt. I know how much it meant to every guy here.
We don't just come out here on Saturdays and play. It's a lot of work and preparation that, a lot of people don't see throughout the week. And credit to the coaching staff and strength staff for getting us ready.
Hell of a win. Everyone did an outstanding job, and on to the next one.
We run the state of Michigan. Paul Bunyan means a lot to us. Paul Bunyan means a lot to the university. So, having that, stay home right where it's at, staying in our trophy case, it's amazing, we never have to give up a trophy.
Everything going on with the Big Ten and Michigan, it feels like if you just refresh your timeline in social media world, like you're going to get a new story when it comes to Michigan. The latest of which being a Pete Thamel report that the Big Ten coaches on a regularly scheduled Zoom meeting, they had their 90-minute meeting, and then afterwards, Jim Harbaugh said, peace out, I'm going to jump off. Y'all can talk about what you want to talk about. The Big Ten coaches are going to Tony Petitti and saying, we want you to take action against Michigan. We want Michigan to have a punishment that happens this year, this season, right now, because the NCAA isn't doing anything. And so this one kind of reads a little bit funny because my first thought was like, well, what do you want them to do? Like, what do you actually want the Big Ten to step in here and do to Michigan that would appease you? And so I actually reached out to some people that work for On 3 from the Wolverine and kind of asked, like, hey, what are you hearing about this whole conversation? What are you hearing about this situation with the Big Ten coaches wanting a pound of flesh? And the response back that I got was, essentially, the Big Ten coaches would like to have the Big Ten bar Michigan from playing in the Big Ten title game should they end up making it to that point.
Today, athletic directors stepped up. They are pushing for the Big Ten to suspend Jim Harbaugh for 1 or 2 games under the conference's sportsmanship policy regarding the sign-stealing investigation. This according to reports from Yahoo and ESPN. Michigan could appeal or even threaten legal action if a suspension comes before the investigation concludes. It was Michigan State Athletic Director Alan Haller who reportedly made the strongest push. He said he was worried for the safety of MSU players once he received the call from the Big Ten the Wednesday of the rivalry week. Purdue head coach Ryan Walters spoke out publicly against U of M on his radio show.
It's unfortunate, and what's crazy is there aren't allegations, like it happened, you know what I mean? And you know, there's video evidence, there's ticket purchases and sales that you can track back, and you know, we know for a fact that they were at a number of our games. And so, you know, we've had to teach our guys a new language in terms of some signals. So it is what it is, but we're excited to go play, and I think it'll make for a great story.
This is the rivalry, baby. This is everything we work for all year long. This is how we like it. It's us against everybody. Hey, that's the last time we get to put on a show to these lights. Let's make it spectacular.
We salute the Boilermakers of Purdue. From the rich musical heritage of the University of Michigan, the Michigan Marching Band plays Varsity.
Saturday night is presented by Discover. We're in Ann Arbor, Michigan Stadium for a rematch of the Big Ten championship game from a year ago. Purdue on the road to take on the 8-0 Wolverines with a lot going on, a lot surrounding their program with an NCAA investigation. It is the first time since the investigation was made public that this team will play in front of their home fans here at the Big House, and here they come.
Puts his right foot into it, and this football game is underway. Tyrone Tracy Jr. fields it a yard deep, and he'll bring it out. He's at the 10, and he is snowed under at the 12-yard line. A bad decision on the opening kickoff to bring the ball out, and Purdue will start with bad field position at its own 12-yard line.
3rd and 7. Card handles the snap, feels the rush, lost to the outside. Incomplete in the direction of Dixon Veal, covered closely by Wallace once again.
Trips to the left-hand side. McCarthy is back to throw. McCarthy throws over the middle, got a man wide open. That's a first down over the 45, and that is Roman Wilson, the leading receiver for the Wolverines. That's his 28th catch of the year. It'll be good for a pickup of 20, and the Wolverines have their first down.
Yeah, that was too easy. That was, first of all, they gave him pretty good protection, but he was, Derek Rogers was the closest one to him, but he just threw it right to the wide open receiver. Now you can see why he's a 78% completion rate.
With Donovan Edwards, they got a mistake. Now they're late getting there.
Let's see if McCarthy can find him. Lost it, sideline. Edwards with a step. He's got it. 3-yard gain.
It's a 38-yard completion, first and goal, Michigan at the 1.
And Dominic Moon was late getting over there. Purdue looked a little bit confused. He was late getting there. McCarthy saw it, and he knew that he was going to get an open receiver. He put that ball right on the money.
They spot him out of bounds at the 2-yard line, so that's where Michigan will have it first and 10. And it looks like they'll run under center in the I formation. Breedison, the tight end, is in front of Blake Corum. And Corum gets the carry left side, and Corum is in for the touchdown. So Michigan takes the opening drive for a score, and with 10:30 to play in the first quarter, the Wolverines strike first.
And Blake Corum now has 14 rushing touchdowns on the season.
45 for his career.
45 for his career, and he's just, nobody's surprised by it. He's one of the team captains. Last year, his first team All-American, his 7th in the Heisman Trophy race. He was a 2019 Gatorade Player of the Year out of the state of Maryland. He's just a football player.
So the motion man on 2nd and 5. Play action for McCarthy with good time. A dart over the middle, back to Wilson. Crossing the field and into a double team at the 42.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy's a real deal. He came into this game completing 78% of his passes, and he just puts it right where it needs to be.
So the second catch for Wilson, both of them have been 20-yarders. McCarthy now 3 for 3 for 77 yards. Purdue on the defensive side back at their own 42-yard line. Michigan with a 1st and 10. And now it's Donovan Edwards as the running back as they run trips to the left-hand side on 2nd down. Man comes in motion, now reverses the other way as McCarthy wants to throw that way. He's got a man open, 35-30. This is Tyler Morris, 25-20, and pushed out of bounds inside the 20 by Thieneman, down to the 17-yard line. That's a 21-yard pickup. McCarthy already over 100 yards passing in the first quarter.
Bredesen in motion. Flip it behind. Cornelius Johnson circles around. Johnson tripped up. Sets up 1st and goal.
Well, again, another great use of motion. They take Bredesen, number 44, and he kind of does a little tricky motion and becomes the lead blocker. Does a great job getting a block on San Jose Kane. And boy, this Michigan offense hard to stop right now.
Back to Corum, Superman over the top, and he's in. Touchdown, Blake Corum, 2nd of the day.
Michigan 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, 13-0 Wolverines.
Purdue has got to do something offensively. They cannot let this defense go right back on the field. They can't have a turnover. They can't have a 3-and-out.
Hudson Card will get his 3rd crack at this Michigan defense that has been so stout this year. Feels the pressure, lobs over the middle. It's intercepted. Will Johnson's got another. Johnson surveys and is caught up from behind. Tripped down at the 13. Make it the 12. But Johnson another pick. Farrell finally gets to him. The 11th turnover of the season for Hudson Card.
Michigan crowds the line of scrimmage. Card takes the snap, hands it off, and Tracy's going to be thrown for a big loss back at the 31-yard line, and that was a complete jailbreak by the Michigan defensive line. I'm not sure anybody threw a block up front.
No, they could smell it. They wanted to get this ball back, and there's just nowhere to go. Now, if Hudson fakes the handoff and keeps the ball, there was nobody on the edge.
The 18. This time they run trips to the left-hand side.
They got us.
This is a free play. McCarthy throws a pass complete, and that's the tight end Colston Loveland up to the 35-yard line. So Michigan's going to decline the penalty and take the 17-yard completion to Loveland.
Purdue get their defense off the field again.
They got Jenkins in a stand-up position. Instead of being on the end of the line, he's in a linebacker spot.
Big-time blitz. McCarthy dials it up on target for Roman Wilson, a 1st down. So Turner, the senior, already good from 30 today, has not missed from inside 40 this season. Will go from 31 and put it through. Another 3rd down opportunity for this Purdue defense. Johnson, the motion man, 3rd and 3. McCarthy, a dart. Roman Wilson, his go-to guy, into Purdue territory for a 1st down.
Very, very accurate passer.
Wilson 6 catches now for 78 yards. Michigan on Purdue's side of midfield with a 1st and 10 at the 44. No scoring yet here in the 3rd quarter. Coming into the game, Michigan had outscored opponents 107-0 in the 3rd. McCarthy again brings a man in motion. That's Morgan. He hands the ball off to him. He's got plenty of room. 45-40. He may go. 30, 20, 10, 5. touchdown. An end-around touchdown for Samaj Morgan, a 44-yard run, and Michigan is on the board here in the second half.
That was, they've been shutting down their run game the whole time, but that was a little trick play, and it was a reverse. It wasn't a reverse, but they went around the end. Nobody knew he had it. Nobody from Purdue saw him, and that was an easy touchdown.
Samaj Morgan, a true freshman, 5'10", 176 pounds out of West Bloomfield, Michigan. That's his first rushing touchdown of the year, and the Wolverines lead at 26-6. Ready to attempt the extra point. 3:12 to play in the third.
That virtually doubled their rushing total for the game.
And he was wide open down that left sideline. It was just a foot race to the pylon.
See, J.J. McCarthy's hoping to add his name to that list as well as he stands in the pocket, feels the rush, and delivers to Roman Wilson. That is just beautiful progressions from J.J. McCarthy. 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 from Corum and 1 from the wide receiver Morgan, who's in motion. McCarthy looks that way, now fires towards the sideline. It's Loveland and a first down.
Boy, J.J. McCarthy threw that one on a rope. He's got tremendous arm strength.
They faked the pass to the back coming out of the backfield, and that froze the safeties for a moment, and it allowed the pass to get down to the 6-yard line. That's a 17-yard completion. First and goal, Michigan at the Boilermakers 6 with 8 seconds to play in the quarter.
J.J. McCarthy at 266 yards passing now.
And second and goal from the 3. Corum again gets the carry, trying to cut it back from the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. Dominic Moon had a chance to get him back at the 4-yard line, but he bounced off him into the end zone. Corum with his 3rd rushing touchdown, and now it's 33-6 Wolverines. Here, 2nd and 5 at the 30. Card claps his hands. He wants to throw. He's under pressure, and he's sacked. First sack for the Wolverines. They swallowed him up. They're going to put him down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6, and the Boilermakers will be facing 3rd and another long situation.
Yeah, we're way lower. Yards, yeah. Exactly, and so we wonder what that does for his candidacy. J.J. McCarthy perfectly in the bucket for Roman Wilson. He's really intelligent questions and have helped him as a football player on and off the field to make throws like that. Another one goes to Wilson to set up first and goal. Is it the same fate here tonight? Yes, sir! Donovan Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Donovan Edwards with a 1-yard touchdown run. Michigan has matched its season total or season average on the year at 40 points and leads at 40-6.
Better to deal with.
4th and 3. Carr just going to lob it up. It's caught. Burks is in there for the touchdown. Most points that Michigan has allowed this season comes with 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Tuttle is going to take this final snap and knee it down. So Michigan with questions and eyeballs surrounding the program in a rematch of the Big Ten championship game from a year ago. The Wolverines deliver once again. 41-13, the number 3 team in the country. An all-around performance at home tonight.
Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh and the football program awaiting a response from the Big Ten regarding possible discipline in the sign stealing scandal.
Yeah, and as the Wolverines prepare to travel to Penn State, expectations are changing when it comes to the timeline for this discipline and the magnitude of it.
The Wolverines and Jim Harbaugh each sent letters in response to the Big Ten on Wednesday. It was widely reported the conference could try to hand down a penalty, even a suspension, today. But ESPN is reporting some changes to those expectations. The Big Ten sportsmanship policy is broad. It is subjective. And that's where Michigan is pushing back, preparing for a legal fight.
We've got Michigan at Penn State in what is going to be an absolutely unbelievable game and environment, by the way. Can you imagine just the energy from that crowd? I mean, like it or not, Michigan is public enemy number 1 now in college football. Michigan's favored by 4.5 at Penn State, and it's going to be on fire.
What is the path to an Indy Lion victory over Michigan this Saturday? It's really their only trick, their only move, their dice roll from Superbad. Play small ball, try not to screw it up on offense, and try and outlast them, which I'm pretty sure is going to make for yet another close but no cigar moment in the James Franklin Penn State saga against Michigan and Ohio State, regardless of who's got what signed.
I like Michigan to win the game. I like them to win the game rather comfortably. I don't think it's going to be in a landslide. I don't think it's going to be a completely dominant performance a la 2022, but I would be very surprised if Michigan doesn't win this game by 7 or more. I like Michigan to get the job done.
Michigan, Penn State, big noon kickoff from State College, Pennsylvania this Saturday. Pick Penn State to lose to Ohio State. I think they're going to beat Michigan outright Saturday. Not cover the spread. I think Penn State's going to win the game outright because I think there is a lot that Michigan will see Saturday for the first time. I think Penn State just can win a straight-up football game against Michigan because I think they're good enough to, and I think they'll find a way Saturday.
Those are the signals for get there early, be loud, especially on third down.
Switching sports because we have breaking news that will potentially impact the college football playoff. Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh is prohibited from being on the sideline until the conclusion of the regular season by the Big Ten, sources tell ESPN's Pete Thamel.
My thing is the rules are nonsense about scouting. So you can call up your buddies in another team and not only get information that you've gleaned about that team from just having played them, but share it with other teams, yet you can't pay a scout to go. This is nonsense.
Quickly, Jen, we go from the sideline to the courts as the fate of Michigan in its national championship caliber season is in flux.
And as we know, Michigan already in Happy Valley for that game against Penn State. I guess we'll find out if, in fact, he will be on the sidelines or if he will be watching from afar.
Yeah. Somebody had to know when that plane was leaving. Right. And then, Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, they got the news when they were on the plane headed to Penn State. And then as far as the suspension, yeah, I think it is too harsh. I do. And when you look at it and what's at stake, and like you said, everybody knew something was coming, but the timing of it all is what really, really bothers me.
If Michigan wins the national title, will you recognize them as national champs?
I will refuse to recognize Michigan as the national champ.
Harbaugh has been awaiting a temporary restraining order that would allow him to return to the sidelines while this case is being ruled on. Pete Thamel joins us now. Pete, what is the latest in the situation with Harbaugh and Michigan?
Yeah, Reese, we were just alerted through the email filing systems in the judicial part of this in Ann Arbor. Jim Harbaugh will not get a hearing for a temporary restraining order today.
Am I mad? I'm only mad because I think the whole thing is bullshit.
Okay.
Right? That's why I'm mad. But other than that, we're going to be fine.
I'm not saying Michigan isn't deserving of the ranking. I just think it's really going to be that tough. I think Penn State's defense is legit. I think it's a field goal game. So I really believe that it's going to be that close.
All right, what about Michigan, Penn State? We followed the story all morning. No Harbaugh on the sideline. Who wins? So I like Michigan in this game.
Michigan against anybody today is a Wolverine day. Give me the Michigan Wolverines.
They're going to use the outside noise as motivation to them. A very close, competitive game, but they're going to take care of business.
Gorgeous day in Happy Valley as the Nittany Lions get set to host number 3 Michigan. 2 hours ago, Michigan did not know who their head coach was going to be for this game. Now we do. It will not be Jim Harbaugh, but rather offensive coordinator Sharon Moore at the helm for this top 10 tilt.
The Shakers are flowing in the student section. Michigan ruins the moment by taking the field, and here come the Nittany Lions onto the field in their ballpark, Beaver Stadium. The opening kickoff in a moment on the Penn State Sports Network from Learfield.
J.J. McCarthy fires underneath. He's got his receiver. Looks like a first down for the Wolverine. And they get it off. Here's McCarthy. Dancing. Rolling. McCarthy in trouble. And McCarthy goes down. Dennis Sutton tracked him down. And Michigan will punt the ball. That's a loss of 10 yards. Here's McCarthy. Steps up in the pocket. In trouble and knocked down. Under pressure again. Aller, pump fake. In trouble. Aller steps up. Wants to run it. Has a first down and more. Clean snap. Good hole, and it's good. Penn State strikes first. 21-yard field goal. So J.J. McCarthy starts at his own 25. Donovan Edwards in the game at running back. McCarthy sprints out of the pocket, throws on the move, and it's caught Looks like a first down.
Bunch set far side, one near side. McCarthy rolls to his right, got to keep it and go to the 40. First down, 45 to midfield. And Jack, that goes back to what you said, him running the ball.
Exactly. This is a design quarterback run with McCarthy with blockers out in front. You got to close this thing off the outside. It ends up turning back in, but McCarthy already has the edge. We're on the outside with Cam Miller trying to close it in. We had no support from the inside. A big third down conversion for Michigan.
Edwards with room. Edwards with a burst. Edwards and the down. Donovan Edwards comes back in the game at running back. And they'll throw it out to Morgan. And Morgan with a first down and more.
Yeah, they run it. It's almost like an inside screen this time. If blockers in front of a guy on the wide side, but he ends up going inside that time. And Wheatley trying to come up and make the tackle at the line of scrimmage, was not aware of it, and in the open field missed the tackle. And now Michigan at the inside the 10-yard line of Penn State.
On the backfield, first and goal from the 3. Handoff to Blake up the middle, full head of steam. Blake to the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. Blake Corum from 3 yards out, and Michigan takes the lead 6-3.
And that is touchdown number 17 on the season.
Watch this, left side of the offensive line. They mash everything down, and Corum just gets in there right behind the fullback and the pulling right guard, Zach Zinter. And this guy has a nose for the end zone, one of the best in the country.
The last 21 extra point for James Turner is good. So Michigan on the road takes the lead. They go on a 9-play, 75-yard drive, eating up 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Sharon Moore says, attaboy. Second down and short. They need a yard. Aller, quick fire, out wide, caught. And that's Malik Mega. First down and 10 at the 22. McCarthy rolling out of the pocket on the move, delivers a dime.
Penn State shifting. They move the bunch to the far side. Loveland near side. Deep back Corum. Corum's got it. Bounces to the outside and opening. 40, 50, far sideline, 40, 35, 30, 25, and knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They get everybody in tight, and there's an alleyway outside, and he took advantage of it.
Corum bounces it outside, turns the corner. Blake Corum down the sideline. Blake, the great, out of bounds. Big explosive play for the Wolverines.
And they bounce
44 yards.
They bounce over there, Gus. Look at it. There's all those extra offensive line with the tight end on the edge, and that's the way that they run. Great block on the end.
They put you in 3rd and long all the time, and that's where Michigan is here. 3 receivers split to the left. JJ takes the snap. They go inside handoff. Donovan Edwards breaks a tackle. 20, 15, 10. Donovan Edwards. Touchdown, Wolverines. Donovan Edwards broke a tackle in the backfield, and that was all she wrote. With everybody over to the left side of the field, Donovan sprinted to the cone, and just inside of it.
Diaz dial up some pressure here. They hand it off. Donovan Edwards. Here's the down the sideline. Touchdown, Wolverines. 22 yards. They've been waiting for Donovan Edwards to break out with some explosive runs.
And he's delivered with 2 of them already.
Extra point by Turner, and the kick is good. They convert on a 3rd and 11. Putting together a 6-play, 78-yard drive, and now they have quieted Beaver Stadium. And it's up now to the offense to get everybody back in it here, because they're down 14-3 with 6:07 to go in the half.
Of all the plays at Penn State, this one may be the most impressive. Grant at 340-ish pounds, chasing down Nittany Lions running back Katron Allen.
I thought he was going to come to my gap, the A gap that I was holding, but he bounced out to the C gap, so it was 2 gaps away from me. And Mike B was on the side of me, so I kind of pushed him and kind of trip him. But I was like, oh, in the snap, he didn't trip him. And then I knew Rob was going to do his job and come down and just make a miss, but not get a piece of him. So I just hawked it down.
Michigan 11. Here's Aller. Quarterback run with space. Aller! Touchdown! Penn State! Drew Aller using his legs. An 11-yard score. And that makes it a 14-9 game. Catching that fade route. Kent State transfer. Goes in motion. Play fake. Aller looking in the end zone. Incomplete. Keandre Lambert-Smith, the target.
Wants the quarterback draw. Aller takes the snap. He's going to run. Quarterback draw. And he fumbles. Whoa. Ball's on the ground, and the Wolverines have it. Michigan jumps on it as Drew Aller puts the ball on the ground. And who gets the turnover buffs? Makari Page. Oh, what a big play there as Aller just at the sticks put the ball on the ground.
First down, Michigan.
And it fell right into the lap of Makari Page coming up to make the tackle. How about that?
His right arm, and as he's yanking on the ball, trying to get Aller to the ground, there it bounces right to Page.
The single setback. Loveland in motion, play fake, McCarthy looking, McCarthy keeps it, cuts, picks up the first down and more. J.J. McCarthy down at the 20.
He was able to get outside, and he was going to throw the football. We kept the coverage downfield, did a good job of picking up Corman in the flat area, and just he was able to plant his foot. Kalen King on the outside could not bring him down, and he ends up bouncing it inside, getting the first down on fourth down.
Johnson and Wilson far side, Morris to the near side with Loveland. Edwards to the left. It's going to be McCarthy keeping to the 15, to the 10. McCarthy inside the 10 and taken down at the 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal Michigan, and his legs have been more effective than his passing. He's only attempted 8 passes all day.
And to attempt a 22-yarder. And it's good. 17-9. Michigan leading Penn State here in the third quarter. With the football now. Trailing in this game. They've got to get things in motion offensively. Only 8:14 remaining. Aller with the handoff to Allen. Not a lot. He'll throw it. Aller over the middle. Ball caught. Cephas, and Cephas won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Corum. And he is stuffed. Abdul Carter. Here comes Aller. Looking over the middle. And incomplete. Caden Saunders, the target. That ball thrown behind him again.
And Penn State going for it here on fourth down.
Here's the ball game right here. 4th down, 5.
5 wide for Aller. Looks to the sideline. Now motions to a receiver. Wolverines overloaded left. Bring a blitz. Back to pass. Aller over the middle. Nobody there. Incomplete. And Michigan takes over at the Penn State 31-yard line as the Michigan defense you know what's better than a 3-and-out? A 4-and-out.
Play came with a free blitz on the outside. He ended up throwing the football downfield in the middle of the field, and miscommunication with either can't be with Singleton, who's out there running the route as well, and goes for an incomplete pass. And Michigan takes over with 4:21 left to go in the game at the Penn State 30.
Yeah. JJ in a shotgun. Blake Corum in the backfield. 3 receivers split wide right. 4:21 to go. Michigan up 8. Handoff Corum. He's got some room. 25, 20. Blake Corum. Blake Corum to the 10, to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Michigan. Blake Corum's second touchdown run of the game could be the kill shot here in State College as Michigan opens up a 23-9 lead.
They said Michigan hadn't played anybody. Penn State would be their first major challenge. Not only would it be their first major challenge, but they went into this game without their head coach, who's at the hotel right now, Jim Harbaugh. And with 4:15 to go in the fourth quarter, Wolverines take a 24-9 lead.
Let's go back and take a look. Stopping the run is about being gap sound. Those guys have that gap. Now it's on Chop Robinson, number 44. He's got to have this gap, but he jumps outside of his gap, and he leaves a seam in the defense. That's what happened last year against Michigan. They talked about it, trying to be gaps down, trusting each other, and right there, Chop Robinson jumps outside of his responsibility, and Blake Corum sees it and takes advantage of it in that second half and ended up winning the game.
Here's the run for Corum, and a first down, and that may do it. Blake Corum, a sensational effort. 26 carries, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You got to give them credit. You got to give Michigan credit. They came in here. Their offensive line did a good job at running the football today against the Penn State defense. Their defense is as good as advertised, really suffocating for the most part here today, and you got to give them credit.
And that's exactly what we're saying. You go on the road, you're really tested the first time, and guess what? Michigan's going to pass the test. J.J. McCarthy has one more knee to take. They will be 10-0. Penn State will go to 8-2.
Jerome Moore takes over as the head coach. He's the offensive coordinator. He's the offensive line coach. And instead of allowing his ego to take over and throwing the ball, he decided to play some smash mouth, old school, Bo Schembechler, running the ball football.
You know what he did? He put the game in the hands of the players he knows best, the ones that he sits in that meeting room with. I'll tell you what, Michigan, they close out the game with 30 straight runs, and Sharon Moore gets a huge win as the acting head coach for the Michigan Wolverines.
Sharon, what does it mean to you?
I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank Coach Harbaugh. Fucking love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man. This is for you. For this university, the president, our AD, we got the best players, best university, best alumni in the country. Love you guys. These fucking guys right here. These guys right here, man. These guys did it. These guys did it, man.
You know, we did this for Michigan, you know, like, what are you going to do when your back's against the wall? You know, when you feel like everyone against you, what are you going to do? Are you going to cower down? Well, I was taught to stand on all 10. You know, keep fighting, keep punching, keep going.
No passes in the second half. I think the last pass I heard came with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah. As a former offensive lineman, offensive line coach, it had to feel good.
I mean, it felt good. I just did what I felt like was necessary for us to win the game. Our defense played their tail off. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. And we got a selfless quarterback. I mean, he's not sitting back there saying, "Hey, we got to throw it." He's like, "Let's win the game."
Michigan's alumni group getting behind Jim Harbaugh, getting behind the university, and standing up for their particular rights in this whole ordeal. This is hail to the conquering heroes right here. This was an impressive win. And for those who thought all those other victories were tainted, nah. Put this in your pipe and smoke.
Hey, what's all I'm gonna do? Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? That's especially on third down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what time it is, baby. It's game time. We are on a mission, and they are in our way. Don't even give them room to breathe.
Great day for football. Sunny, 55 degrees. 3rd down and 1. Hemby, the back. Tagovailoa rolls out, hits Hemby, 1st down and more. So Hiles comes in to attempt a 35-yarder. Got it up. And good. Michigan starts at their own 35, 1st down. J.J. McCarthy. And he throws it over the middle. Caught on the seam route. Roman Wilson in heavy traffic. Took a licking. And he'll keep on ticking here. 34-yard gain.
And you know exactly what this is for. Beautiful throw here. And Roman Wilson across the middle. And then there's Trader.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense, number 12. That play is under further review.
All right, so they'll automatically review this. So let's take this piece by piece.
After review, There is no foul for targeting.
Good.
Number 12 can remain in the game.
Very good.
First down.
McCarthy with the handoff. Corum cuts it inside. First down. Blake, the great. And he's stopped by Braid, a 12-yard gain.
Michigan moving left to right. J.J. McCarthy back in the gun. Corum gets it again. Starts the middle. Then he breaks away from the middle of the pack. Heads for the sideline. He's got another first down and pushed out of bounds by Tarheeb Still. You talk about good vision, Steve. Nothing there in the center of the line. He pops it outside and picks up the first.
And you mentioned the vision for Blake Corum. I think that's his best attribute as a running back. He has all the tools, and we'll get more of that when Lamont dissects him. But vision is, to me, his number one asset. I think
Corum, touchdown, Michigan. Just like that, Wolverines respond as they go behind the big dogs up front. Max Bredesen with a terrific block.
There's your guy. Here he is. There's Zinter. We've been talking about him. Watch 65. Mash down and through, and that's exactly where they run. They go over right guard, and Blake Corum in the end zone again. This guy is a touchdown machine now. 50 touchdowns in his Michigan career.
They cap the drive with 7 straight runs as Michigan goes on a 9-play, 65-yard drive, eating up 4 minutes and 10 seconds. James Turner, extra point good. Down and 10 at the 25. Here's Tagovailoa. Reverses, in trouble and sack. Loose ball, picked up. Michigan has it. Touchdown Wolverines. Derek Moore with the fumble recovery. Michael Barrett with the tackle. And Jesse Minner is a happy man because the Cardi boys have forced an early turnover here in College Park.
And with 2 minutes to go, the Maryland fumble resulting in the Michigan touchdown. Just like that, the Wolverines lead at 14-3.
So Maryland forced to punt it away. Thaw back deep. And this one blocked in the end zone, kicked out of play. Michigan getting to the punter.
During the loose ball, illegal kicking by the kicking team. As a result, this play is a safety.
And Segovia kicking again because Colton Spangler injured and did not kick against Nebraska. And boy, Steve and Lamont, you don't want to see this thing start unraveling this early with 32 seconds to play in the first half.
3rd down and 11 at the Maryland 17. McCarthy guns it. Sideline, first down. What a route. Colston, Loveland, tight end.
Because you would think that Sherrod Moore would just go for it on 4th down anyway. So to me, this is likely a run.
Out of the I formation, 15th play of the drive. Corum, touchdown Wolverines. Blake Corum, his 2nd touchdown of the first half.
You know, short yardage is about angles, and watch how they get the angles by just mashing down with the tackle and tight end, and they pull the play side guard, and then the fullback leads up on the lone defender left. It's such a good job, and when that happens, they only have 2 tackles in there in the middle. When there's only 2 tackles in the middle, Gus, you've got to be able to run the football right at them down the middle of the defense.
Tagovailoa dancing. Throws it behind his receiver. Deitchis, it's caught. He'll turn it up, and Deitchis all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And now it'll be a 4th down and 8.
And here's the tush push. Did they get in? Touchdown, Maryland. Billy Edwards. 2nd and 7 at the 28. McCarthy. Cornelius Johnson, first down.
They're getting going.
First down to the 38-yard line. 1:49 to go. McCarthy. And he he throws a strike. 4th down and 3. Wolverines going for it with 1:17 to go in the first half. McCarthy. Sideline caught. First down. McCarthy over the middle. Intercepted at the goal line for Maryland. Barham. And the Terps defense turn away the Wolverines. And they'll take a knee and go into halftime trailing 23-10. Tagovailoa to throw it. Lets it fly. And caught! What a reception by Caden Prather. Wants to use that 6'4" frame. They push him forward. Let's see. Touchdown! First point scored against Michigan in the 3rd quarter all season. And Maryland is right back in this football game. Tagovailoa steps into his throw and picked off. Mikey Sainra still running. He feels like he wasn't down. From the 39. They pitch it back. McCarthy over the middle. First down, Wolverines. This time it's Samaj Morgan. 4th down and 3. Remember, McCarthy can really run. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle. Caught. First down, Wolverines. Colston Loveland. Great call. Here's the reverse. Morgan. Touchdown, Wolverines. This time they run Morgan, who scored a touchdown like this a couple of games ago.
After video review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is confirmed.
Tagovailoa. Deep ball. Sideline. Caught. Touchdown, Maryland. Whoa.
So the knee is down just short.
After video review, the runner was short of the goal line with his knee down. The ball repitched at the 1-yard line. First down and goal.
Edwards. Touchdown, Terps.
Well, this is a massive call here on both sides for Josh Gaddis, the offensive play caller, Jesse Minter, the defensive play caller. Michigan's pass rush has been non-existent in the last couple of series. Do they try to blitz him here and try to get the ball out of his hands quickly?
Tagovailoa looking at sack. Graham finally gets to him, but so much pressure. Braden McGregor, we've been calling his name all game long. He'll throw it. In trouble and sacked. Kenneth Grant, big fella trying to put him to sleep.
Watch Grant and his ability to get across the face of these linemen, and then he just gets after the quarterback. Those stunts, Michigan is so good at those stunts, looping linemen around each other. And the first one is Grant. He's got to destroy the other offensive linemen, trying to get Mason Graham free.
Tagovailoa out of his own end zone. Intercepted. Mikey, he likes it. So once again, Tommy Doman challenged with trying to pen the Terps deep. Still is the deep man. This one, oh my God! What English! Tagovailoa. And throws it into space, incomplete.
Intentional grounding, offense number 3. Though he was outside the pocket, there's no eligible receiver in the area. By rule, it's a safety.
I mean, it goes without saying, here's the ball game.
They need one. They got their bread and butter guy right to the right of J.J. McCarthy. And Corum's got it. He goes straight ahead. And that will be close. That will be close. He needed a yard. Went behind the big left tackle and left guard. And Michigan is signaling we do have the first down.
I think they're going to have to bring the chains out here to make it official.
And they do. About a half a length of the football.
Because of all the John, so that'll do it.
31-24, the final score. The Michigan Wolverines remain undefeated. The university records its 1,000th win.
The victory over Maryland was the 1,000th win in Michigan football history. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of players, a lot of coaches put a lot into this accomplishment, and one that was a player and now the athletic director, Ward Manuel, spoke with John after the game.
Well, to be the first team to ever accomplish this, it just brings me back to all the games I've watched from back in the day, all the pictures I've seen of when we first started playing football.